YouTubers like MrBeast, Logan Paul, and Ryan Trahan are trying to take over our local stores with their own products. However, if their products are really gonna take over, they need a little more pizzazz. So on that note, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing today. Feastables is the first one we're gonna be changing because let's face it, it's kind of boring. The first thing we did was put the MrBeast logo in there. We scaled him up to size to fit. Then we put the Feastables text in there. It took me forever to find a good font for this. I made the text white, then I added a brown stroke to it and made that stroke a little softer. I then added a drop shadow to it, and wow, that actually looks pretty decent. I also added a drop shadow to the MrBeast logo, and I mean, yeah, that looks cool. Now I added a nice little chocolate splash just to add some movement. Then I added another chocolate splash because, you know, two's better than one. I then added a little chocolate guy right up by the logo. Wait, no. Two little chocolate guys. I then typed in milk chocolate and made it white with a pink stroke. I then tried a crap ton of striped combinations and finally came out with this. Needless to say, that was all undone. This was the much simpler design that I came up with. I then painted in a really faint light behind all the logo stuff. Then I added a white stroke to the MrBeast logo, as well as another white stroke to the Feastables logo. I then typed in premium milk chocolate and put it at the bottom, as well as its like net weight and stuff. I then put the MrBeast text and put a nice chocolatey stroke on it. I did some final adjustments, and this is the final product. And my question to you all is, which one would you choose? The original packaging or my packaging? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. The next one is Joyride by Ryan Trahan. This candy is like a sour straw type thing. It's actually pretty good, I've tried it. Plus, I love Ryan Trahan, so I hope he sees this. The first thing I did was make this mock-up bag blue. Then in the middle, I painted this really soft bright spot. And then because the flavor we're gonna be doing is sour blue raspberry, I put in a raspberry. And don't anyone tell me it's a grape, it's a raspberry. I checked. I then added a nice drop shadow to it. A little tip to make your shadows look better, make them a darker color of whatever the background is instead of making them black. I then drew in one purple stripe. I duplicated those a lot and then added a stroke to all of them. I then experimented with these cartoon overlays, but I decided I didn't really like them. Instead, I decided to try to find a place for these sour strips. This was actually weirdly difficult. I don't know why. I think it's just the shape of them. I then tried to draw my own, but this is why I don't do that. Would you believe me if I told you it got worse? Well, it did. Instead, I found a place at the bottom that I liked on both sides. I found this fun, whimsical text that I used for the logo, and it looks pretty sick. I started messing with a bunch of different edit styles, and you know, it came out to this, and I kind of like it. Next that was up, I started typing in the flavor. I decided not to add the sour blue raspberry strips part on there and only kept sour blue raspberry because I felt it was a little bit redundant. I did some blend layer editing on all the text and stuff. It's boring, but you know, it makes it look better. Since the healthy part of the snack was so important, I added the 80% less sugar bright and in the front. I made the 80% and the less text really bold so everyone knew that it was healthy. Ish. To emphasize the healthiness a little bit more, I added a naturally flavored sign. I then put the 4 grams of sugar on there, and I really, and I mean really tried to make my own little logo dude on there. I mean, I even came out with this. Obviously, I scrapped that and decided to put in this bike, you know, as like joyride. Kind of makes sense. Nah, it didn't look very good. Instead, I added a shadow to the bottom. This added a nice little gradient. Drawing these little shadows into the sour strips really helped it stick out as well. I then made the blue text blue because, I mean, it's blue. I then finally found a space for the bike to go. To make it look like the bike had movement, I added in these stripes. And after a couple of more minor adjustments, this is our final product. This one is actually by far my favorite out of the 3 I made, and I think I would choose this over the original any day of the week. But tell me what you guys think. The next one we're going to be doing is Prime, and I'm just going to let this roll out as a speed edit because I'm lazy, and you can see my whole process or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, this one's definitely my least favorite one. I still think it's cool. It's something completely different. Kind of has a space vibe, honestly. But tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. I personally wouldn't choose this one over the original, but see what you guys think, and I'll see ya in the next one. Hey you, choose this video. YouTube thinks you'll like it. Maybe you should try it.